Yeah, now you can see there is a division. Now, this is one division, right? Inside this division, how the elements are organized in block. So block, right? It is organized in a block. Okay, margin is set. So this is left margin and this is a top margin and this is a bottom margin as well as right margin. Okay, the margin is set. Is it margin is set or not? Yes, if you see the margin, so margin is given how much here? 80 pixels. Now width of this division is how much? 50% and height is how much? 80%, right? And display is what here? Block. It means within, yeah, I just apply, I assign this selector to what? Division. I apply this selector to what? Division. So within this division, each element is displayed using which property? Block. So block means, will it start in the same line or new line? New line. It doesn't start in the new same line. It starts in the new line. So there is a division 1. There is a division 2. There is a division 3. But each division is having some properties or not? Yes. What is the property I have defined? Background color. And within this division, suppose if this is the division 3 is there, within the division, how the elements are displayed? Again, I selected display as what? Block. Will it display in the same line or in the new line? New line. Each element is rendered in the new line, not in the same line. Okay. So block means that. Okay. Now you can change this. You can change this. What you can change it? For example, if you want to change the margin, right? You want to change the margin from 80 pixels to what? 50 pixels. Now is it the space is decreased or not? Yes. This space is decreased or not? Yes. Okay. Now I can decrease. Now if I don't define the margin, I just remove the margin. If I remove the margin, is it any margin is there? Top margin, left margin? No. Okay. If you want to define the margin, okay, a space, I just given the space, top margin. But suppose if I define the display is not a block. I just remove the display as a block. Instead of that, I just write it as what? Inline. Now, display is a block or inline? Inline. Display is not a block. It is what here? Inline. But when you're saying it is inline, how it is organized? One by one. One after the other. One after the other. But here each division is occupied the complete space or not? Yes. Because of that, the next division is moved to what? Next line. Right? Next division is moved to what? Next line. Right? Yes. But generally, these are used for which elements? Block level elements. Block level elements, right? So in block, yes. In block, every element is start in what here? New line. So that is what you mean by display what? Block. Display block, right? Yes. Each element in a new line and allows them to act as a separate block. Separate block. Now within this, can you type any other content? Yes. You can define the height. You can put some hyperlink, right? In the place of division. Now, can I use this division as one anchor tag or not? Yes. This is anchor tag. I just use href. Okay. So href, I don't define any, what is that URL? I'm not defining any URL. Now this is the content of this division. Right now, this is one link. Okay, now this is one link here. So if I click on this, it can open which one? Another page or another resource or another page. But each one, I'm using it as one block. So href. Yes. Now here I use which tag here? Anchor tag. Anchor tag. Now this is which tag here? Anchor tag. Now this is division 1, division 2, and this is what? Division 3. Now can you reduce the height of the divisions? Yes. You can reduce the height of the divisions. I just take this height of this division as some 40. And I take this height of the division is 40 And the height of this division is what again? 40. So is it height is reduced or not? Yes. If I click on this, it just move to another resource or not? Yes. Okay. Now you can reduce the height. Now you can also reduce what you can reduce here, width, because it occupies the complete space or not? Yes. I can reduce the width to how much here? 30%. Okay. Now this is division 1, division 2, and what is that? Division 3, right? Yes. So this is called as which one? Block. This is called as a block here, right? So once I click on this, can I open another page or not? Yes, you can reduce the margin. You can reduce the margin. Now that is left margin. I just reduce to how many pixels here? 20. Okay. You can define now division 1, division 2, and division 3. Okay. Yes. Now this is a block. This is called as which one? Block here. Okay. And next one is there is one more display property is there. What is it? Another display property is inline block is there. There's one more display property is there. And what is the name of that display property is inline block is there. Inline block. So it is having two things. One is inline and one more is what? Block. So the name itself, right? This renders the properties of both inline as well as what? Block. I said, there are two types of elements. One is inline elements and one more is what? Block elements. Block level elements are inline. Inline elements, block level. Block means always it starts in the new line. It will occupy the complete width. It will occupy the complete width. That is called as which one? It occupy the complete width. That is called as a block. But inline is not like that. Inline is not like that. Suppose I said, bold, italic, span. These are not called inline. It doesn't occupy what? Complete width. No. Okay. Yes. So as suppose H1, H2, all these are what? Block only, because it starts in the new line or not? Yes. Even though if you are defining the inline element as a inline element display, suppose inline element display, if you define it as a block, inline element display, if you define it as a block, will it start in the new line? No, it doesn't start in the new line. That's the reason if you are writing inline, now as the name suggests, this renders the properties of both inline as well as what? Block. So we have to see about that inline elements are placed next to what? Each other. And their height and width that are explicitly set don't get what here? Rendered. Because I said, if you define it as inline, is it width and height properties assigned or not assigned? Not assigned. Not assigned. But which one is assigned? Only for block. It is assigned only for block. In contrast, the block elements renders the height as well as what? Width. Okay, but the property values used to arrange the elements in inline, but allows height as well as what? Width. So you want inline and you want to define the width and height. Then you go for what? Inline block. Then you go for inline block. You want to define the height and width, and you want to arrange what? Inline. Same line. Inline means what? Same line. Okay, it doesn't occupy the complete width of the line. No. You want to display in the same line or inline, and you want to define the width and height. Then go for what? Inline block. You go for inline block if you want to do both inline as well as block. Inline as well as block. Yes. For example, if you see this, this is inline block. So this is inline as well as what here? Block. Yeah, this is inline as well as a block you have. Yes, this is an example here. Yes. Now here, there is one. See, in this example, I created one division, and inside this division, I placed how many divisions? 3 divisions. Okay, now it means I placed how many elements? 3 elements I placed, but these 3 elements are placed using which display? Inline block. It is inline as well as what? Block. Because yes, now display elements and display what here? Block. And there is a width and there is what here? Height, right? So there is a division 1 and display inline block and display inline block and display inline block. Now division class, but this class division taken as what? It is taken as what here? Block. Block means will it be horizontally or vertically? Vertically means will it start in the new line or in the same line? New line. Okay, the elements which are there in this will start in what? New line. But you try to define the property of division, and this ID is which one here? Division 1. But what is a division 1? Division 1 displays what here? Inline block. Division 1 displays what? Inline block. And division 2 displays what here? Inline block. Division 3 displays what again? Inline block. It means, is it all these divisions are placed in the same line or different line? Same line. Same line. All these divisions are placed in the same line or new line? Same line. Okay, but this is a division. This is what here? Division. This is a division, right? But within the division, how many elements are there? 3 elements are there. But these 3 elements are displayed by which block. You want all these divisions in the same line? Okay. But at the same time, I want to define the width and height. I want to define the width and what? Height. In that case, you go for which one? Inline block. Getting or not? Inline block. So just try to understand that. Okay, if you want to organize the elements, suppose if I don't write here inline block, then what will happen? If I don't write inline block, if I write only block, so this is a block. This is also what? Block. And this is also what here? Block. It means all these are in the same line or in the new line? New line. See here, this is division 1, division 2 and division 3. But I want these divisions to be what? Inline. At the same time, I want to define the width as well as what? Height. Then each division property, display property changed from block to what? Inline block. So inline block. And this is also, I've taken it as what? Inline block. And this is also what here? Inline and block. But even if you want each element which is there inside this, division is there, right? This is first division and this is one block. And if you create another division, that will move to another. Yes, if you see this, you can see this is division 1, division 2 and what? Division 3. You can set the margins for this particular, you can set the margin for this particular division. You can set the margins for this particular division from where you want to display the elements. From where you want to display the elements, and that you can define it. Suppose, yeah, we'll see this margins also. Now this margin by default, set the left margin, right margin, top margin, as well as what? Bottom margin. Right? Now there is a division 1, division 2 and what? Division 3. Right. So this is division what? Inline block. Inline block. Suppose I'm not writing inline block. What I'm writing here? Only inline. I'm not writing inline block. I'm writing only what? Inline. Is it width and height is applied? No. The width and height is not applied here. Now you can see division 1, division 2 and division 3. But each division is having height or not? Yes. But is it this height is applied or not applied? Not applied. But I want this height. And at the same time, it should be what? Inline. Then use what? Inline block. Just use inline block here. Right? So this is how you organize all these elements. Inline. Inline means same line and along with the block. Yes. This is inline and block. Right now, these are different Now these are different properties of which one? Display. So what is the first one? I said inline, and second one is none, and third one is block, and fourth one is inline block. So this is define layout. This will define one layout or not. Yes. Whether you want the elements to be horizontally or you want elements to be organized what? Vertically. That is defined by using which one? Display. That is defined by using what here? Display. Okay. Now there is one more layout. We'll discuss one layout now. So there is a layout called which one? Box model, right? Well, just define the layout called which one? Box model. See this. Generally, whenever you are creating a web page, right? Whenever you are creating a web page, Google Classroom code showing class is full. Why it is full here? There is no limitation. Actually, there is no limitation. Kabhi, yes, sometimes it gives an error. Some classrooms it accept so many students. Some classrooms it is restricting it. So what I'll do is, I'll share one new classroom link. Okay, tomorrow in the, okay, because this classroom is not allowing more than 500. Okay, so tomorrow I'll create one more classroom and I'll share it. Okay, yes. But anyway, class is full. No problem. Tomorrow I'll share it. Okay. Yes. Now there is one model is there. So what is that model you have is, okay, so there is one model or layout of which one? Organizing elements. So what is that here? There is one model which is called as box model. The box model is nothing but a representation of various sections of an element box. Representation of various sections of a element box. So that you can call it as which one? Box model. Generally, whenever you display the content in the web page, you have to think about this. Whenever you display any content within the web page, you display the content within the web page in which model? Box model only. Okay. Whenever you display any content within the web page, you display the content within the web page by using which model? Box model. Ring or not? Okay. So what box model contain? Box model contains so many sections here or so many components. Now within the box, what will have? Content. Okay. The content is nothing but what you want to display. The content can be either text, the content can be image, the content can be what you want to present or what you want to display. So that you represent it as what? Content. Okay, that is called as a content. See, anything you display within the web page, you always display the content within the web page by creating one box. And how you create this box? By using which one? Division. By using which one? Division only. Because how you divide the content of your web page into a number of divisions by using which tag? Division tag. So how you create a box? By using what? Division. Now this is one division. What it contain? This division 1 contain what? Division 2 contain what? Division 3 contain what? So every division is called as one. If you take every division is one box, then what it is having? Content. What content you want to display? Okay. And content. And before displaying the content, you define what? You define what? Border. You define the border and space between the content and what? Border. Space between the border and what? Page. That is called as what? Margins. You try to define all these things. You try to define what? All these things before creating what? Box. Box means every content in the web page is displayed in which model? Box model only. Now this is one standard defined by W3C, right? Okay, so content. Now this is the main content, or this is the main area where which hold the text and image inside what element. Text or image within text or image inside text and image inside what element. Suppose I want to create one card. I want to create one card. Suppose that is what you see in IPL, right? IPL, if you see this 20 here, no problem. Okay, now if you see this cards are there. Okay, now you find all these are which one here? Card. This is one card. Okay, this is one card and this is one card and this is card. It means each card is one box or not? Yes, each card is one box. And this box is having some space. Can you see the spacing or not? Yes. So this spacing is called as which one? Padding. And this is called as which one here? Border. This is called as a border. And from border here you find some space or not? Yes, from space from here to here and here. So this space you call it as which one? Margin. This space you call it as a margin. Is it this? See, this is a margin. This margin for this box and margin for this box and left margin for this box, left margin for this box and right margin. Are you defining margin or not? Yes. So every box, when you're talking about box, right? So box is having content and box is having what here? Padding. So this is the empty space around the content inside what? Element. Empty space. Padding is nothing but spacing here. And border. This is a border around the content and what is that? Padding. Content. Border and content between some space is there. Left, right, top and what? Bottom. That you call it as which one? Padding. That is called as padding. And margin is there. This is empty space outside the border. This is empty space outside the border and that is called as which one? Margin. That is called as a margin. Are you getting or not? The content within the web page, the content within the web page, you are displaying in which model? Box model only. Okay. So that is one standard which is defined by W3C, right? But what box contain? Box contain the content. That content can be image. That content can be a text. That content can be anything, right? Which you want to display it. Then that box is having padding. That is nothing but the space between the content as well as what? Border. That you call it as which one? Padding, right? Now there is a border. Border which define the border of the box. Okay, border of the box. So where you define border width, border style. Okay, so that is belongs to which one? Border. And then margin is there. Margin is nothing but the space outside the border. That is called as which one? Margin. The space outside the border is called as a margin. See, I want to create one box. I want to create one box. How can I create a box? Okay, I want to create one box, right? How can I create a box? So I just create one. So how can I create a box? Now there are, yes. So I just write here style. So how can I create a box here? I said every box. So I just take one property. So what is this style here? Box, class selector. What is the class selector here? Box, anything you can select. But what is the class selector here? Box. Box is having some properties or not? Yes. What are the properties? What is the property? What is the first one? Margin. So margin, you set the left margin, you set the right margin, you set the top margin, you set the bottom margin. Okay, you set the margin. The space at the left side, space at the right side, and top as well as what? Bottom. Suppose I just give the margin as how many pixels? 50 pixels, right? And after that, I'm trying to define which one? Border. I try to define the border style. I just write here border. Border is there. Border is, I just write 5 pixels and then I'll say which one? Solid. Okay. And color is which one? Black. Now this is called as a border. Then after that, you define which one? Padding. The spaces. Now I try to give some 10 pixels. This is called as which one? Spaces. Now you want to define the box, which color? Background color. So just define the background color of which one? Box. Okay. Now this is which one? Box. This is a box. Then this is a selector called which one? Box. Okay. Then just write here body. I want to create one box. How I create a box? By using division. Division and which selector here? Class selector. What is the name of this class? Box. This is what here? Content. So this is called as which one? Content. Okay. I just close. It is not closed. Okay. So here I close which one? Header and closed. What I closed here? HTML, right? Are getting or not? What you're defining in the box? Margin. You're defining the border. You're defining padding as well as background color. We'll see in detail on this, but just try to understand what is a box model is. So the content always displayed in which model? Box. Now there is some space at the left side as well as what? Right side. Now this you call it as what? Margin. This is a left margin and this is what? Right margin. Okay. But this now this you can call it as which one? Border. Okay. Within the box, there is a content is there or not? Yes. Between the content, there is some space at the top. There is a space at what? Bottom. There is a space at what? Left side. That is called as what? Padding. So that is called as a padding. Now I just increase this padding here some 50, right? So I just given 50. Now is it content? Now there is a space. What is the space between the content and border? Space is given how much? 50 pixels. How much space I have given? 50 pixels I have given. Okay, now then this box is there. Box display. Display is what here? Block. Now just now we have seen box display is what? Block. So I just given it as a block. Can you define the width or not? Yes. You can define the width of the. Can you define the width or not? Yes. I just define the width as a some 300 or 500 pixels. So width is some 500 pixels, or I can take some percentage or not. Yes. How much percentage? 50. Then I try to define what here? Height. And height is defined. How much percentage? 40 percentage. That is called height. I just taken. Now you can see this is a box. And how much percentage you have taken? 50 percentage. Now this is padding. And this is a content. This is a padding and this is what? Content. And this is a border. And this is left margin, right margin, top as well as. Yes. Now you can define even width in pixels also. You can define the width even in what? Pixels. I just write 200 pixels. Okay. And this is given as height is given as a some 300 pixels. Okay, right. Now this is height is given 300 pixels and width is given how much? 200 pixels. But what is the display here? Block. So block means is it width and height is applied or not? Yes. Okay. Otherwise, it will occupy the complete space. It will occupy the complete space. I decrease the height of the box. This is decreasing height of the box. So when you see this box model, yes, it is having margin. Now you can see this is how the box is. Now you can see what is this margin here? Top margin, and there is a left margin, and this is what here? Left border. So from border is there. Now this is border, right border. This is top border. This is bottom border, and this is bottom margin, top, right, bottom, and one more is what? Left. And you can also define the borders individually. You can define the top border. You can define the left border, right border, as well as bottom border. Border is the line. Okay. Then after this line, there is what here? There is what here? Border is having width or not? Border is having width or not? Yes. Or you define the width of the border? Yes. How many pixels you have taken? 5 pixels. It means this border is occupied how many? This border is occupied how many pixels? 5 pixels. See, this border is there. No, this is in green color, and this border is occupied how many pixels? 5 pixels. Now, this is also occupies some space or not? Yes. Left margin is included. Border width is included. Left margin is included. This complete thing is the space between the content as well as the page or not? Yes. Now there is a left margin, left border, as well as left padding. So the border width is, suppose if I'm writing border is some 15 I've given. If the border is 15, see here, this is occupying some space or not? Yes. This is also occupying some space. The border is occupying space or not? Yes. What is the border space? 15 pixels. Okay. If you see the content from left onwards, this content is displayed at which position? From left onwards, this content is displayed in which position? If you see that margin is how many pixels? 50 pixels. And the border is how many pixels? 15 pixels. Means 60, 65. And then after that padding is how many pixels? 50. Now that is nothing but 115. Okay, now this is displayed at which position? 115. Getting or not? Okay, this is displayed in which position? 115. And now you can set individual borders as well as what? Margins. You can define individual borders as well as what? Margins, right? Now suppose if you want to create, just now I said, you want to create this one. This is one card or not? Yes, this is one card. This is one card. Card is there. Now margin is given. Border. Now I don't want this much border. Okay. So I just take how many pixels? Some 2 pixels, right? And some back padding is not this much here. Yes. So it is given some, I think, 10 pixels. And then background color of this, I'm not defining the background color. And display is what here? Block. And there is a width is defined and there is a height is defined, right? Now, if you see this, now this box is having background color as what? White. Now this is the content. Now I don't want the content. I want to display the content as what? Image. I want to display the content as what? Image. Then how can I display the content of the image? Just take the image. Okay, now just take the image. Okay, save image. So in images, I just take this image as what here? Some Dhoni.png. Okay. Yes. So here I just use which tag? Image tag. Image source. Okay. Slash images. Sorry. Just write images slash. What is this here? Dhoni.png. This is the image displayed within this division. Okay. Now this is array. It is occupied complete or not? Yes. Why? Because width and height is defined. Yes. Now you have to define what? Width of the image. So what is the width? Define the width of the image. What is the width? 200. What is the height? 100. Okay. Height is width is a 200 and height is a 100. Now is it displayed the image within this division or not? Yes. Because yes. Now can increase. Now height of which one? Box. Height of the box. When increase the height, it should also increase the height of the image. So height is increased or not? Yes. Then below this, this is card layout. What do you want to display it? What do you want to display it? Okay. So below this, I want to display what? One line is there or not? Yes. How can I display one line? Horizontal ruler. Horizontal ruler. HR is there. HR horizontal ruler. Is it horizontal ruler is there or not? Yes. Just increase the height. Height of which one? Yes. I just change the height of this box to what here? 400. Is it line is there? Yes. But there is a space here line. Yes. Why the space is? Padding. Why the space is? Padding is there. Right? And below this, what is this? Below this, what do you want to display? Yes. For example, I want to display what? MS Dhoni. Yes. I want to display MS Dhoni, right? So I want to display MS Dhoni. How you display? MS Dhoni you display. Okay, but I want to define what? Style. I want to define the style for this. For this, you are using which tag? Or which one you are using? Can you go for paragraph? Yes. Paragraph? Heading? Heading is for topic, right? So just take otherwise. Okay, no problem. Well, you go for yours only. But actually, you should not use a header. You have to use paragraph, right? Yes. I just take as which one? MS Dhoni, right? But I want this alignment is what? I want this alignment is what? Center. Center means I have to take this as one header. What is this? Style. Style what? Align. Align. Align what? Content. Align content. Text align. Text align is what? Center. That's it. Okay. Now, is it this alignment is center or not? Yes. After this, what else here? You have to do it. Wicket keeper, batter. Yes, same. So wicket keeper and batter. Next line or same line? Next line. I take same header 3 only. But actually, I should not take header. You should take it as a paragraph. Okay. So don't take headers because headers defines only topics. So what is this here? What is this? Batsman, batter and wicket keeper. Now this is wicket keeper. Wicket keeper hyphen batter. So can you define the color of this? Yes, you can also define the color, right? You change this topic to H4 because it should be less than the previous one or not. Yes. Now this is MS Dhoni. Yes. Can you reduce the size of this box height? Some 300. We'll make this as a 300, but gone, right? So we'll make this as what? Some 350. Okay, now this is one box. Then if I click on this, they can this is everything. You have to define it as a box. Now I want one more box. I want one more division, right? I want another division. There should be another box, right? One more division, I want it. So this is one more division. I want this one. Okay, now this is one box and this is another box. So now this is another box, right? Another box means again take which one? Division. Okay, now now this is one more division. So where will you apply the same box? Can you say class equal to box? Can I give the class equal to box and can you put, suppose if I copy the same thing, what will happen? This is another box is there. But will it override, sir? Will it override, sir? What is here? Suppose If you say display, where it is? Inline or next line? Inline or next line? Next line. But I want inline as well as block. Then display what? Inline block. Inline block. So I just take this as inline block. Okay. Yes, but this space is there or not? Yes, this defines what here? Margin. Reduce this margin here. I've given how many pixels? 50, right? I just make this as how many pixels? 20. Okay, change the image. Rutraj. Save image. Okay, now, right? Then what next? So you change this image. Same thing, copy, paste only. Okay, but this name, what is the name of this person? Ruturaj. Arya, that is what I'm typing here. You are is a better. Okay. Okay, right? Yes. Now if you see this display, now you can see MS Dhoni. Yes. Now you want, for example, yes. Please see this one. Now you want which one? This one is there, right? Okay. Now here I just displayed only the content, right? Content. This is a content, right? Is it content? Content is scrolling within this division or not? Yes, we'll see that. How to add this scroll. But is it this is fixed or not? Yes, this is fixed. But this is scrollable or not? Yes. This is fixed, but this is what here? Scrolling. Okay. Yes, we'll see that also. Yes. Now this is whenever you're talking about box, box is having how many things here? 4 things are there. One is a content. Second one is a padding. Third one is the border. And fourth one is a margin. This is simple example I've taken, right? You understood this one, right? Block, inline block. Yes. Okay, now I just okay, right? So now I said the box is having different box is having different areas, right? I said box is having different areas, and one which is called as a what is this area? Margin area. समझ में आया यार बॉक्स? क्यों बोले तो जो भी डिस्प्ले करना है वेब पेज में आप किसके अंदर डिस्प्ले करते हैं? बॉक्स के अंदर डिस्प्ले करते. ये बॉक्स मालूम रहे तो कुछ भी कर सकते हैं आप. And box and those properties of those box. And you try to apply. I mean, you create number of what do you call it as styles by using different types of which one? Selectors. Elements. Within the box, you'll have some elements. And if you want to style those elements, again, you create what? Styles. And then you apply to each and every element available in the box. Each and every element available in the box, right? You have to understand that, right? Is it clear this one, right? But see, yeah. How to add a right corner batting image? We'll see here. Right side alignment. You can align it here, no problem. Yes, here what he's saying is now this C is there. captain, and this is glosses or captain and is also wicket keeper. What is this here? All-rounder, huh? Foreigner, huh? Plain, huh? Foreigner and batter. Ah, yes. This is all-rounder, right? Okay, right. Now there are some more properties out there. There are some more properties out there. So what are that? Like margin. If you are talking about margin, right? So margin area is very important. Margin area is very important when it comes to placing the elements within the web page. Okay, now when you're talking about margin area, I said the margin area, the CSS margin property is used to provide the space around elements, especially outside which one? Borders. Outside the borders, if you want to specify what is that space outside the border. Now in the previous example, in this example, now there is a space outside the border or not? Yes, this can be called as which one here? Margin. This is called as which one? Margin. So generally, when you talk about margin from left onwards, suppose left margin is there. From left onwards, how much space you want it? That is defined by which one? Left margin, right? So for margin for this, both the boxes will be the same or different? Same. Okay, now suppose if I set the left margin for this box is 25, then for this also how much here? 25. So outside the border, in CSS, individually we can specify the margin property according to the requirements. To specify the margin on each side of an element, we use how many? Margin top is there, margin right is there, margin bottom is there, and margin what? Left is there. Now this margin is outside the border or within the border? Outside the border. Margin is outside the border. If you want to give the space within the border, padding. If you want to give the space within the border, go for padding. Okay, that is padding, and one more is a margin. You can define the top margin, right margin, bottom margin, as well as what? Left margin, right? But you can also use the property called which one? Margin, to set the same margin for top, right, bottom, as well as what? Left. But anyway, here, not today, because I'm not feeling well. So I don't take. I'll not continue class. Okay, tomorrow we'll continue this margin area. Okay, margin area and other things. Tomorrow we'll say it, right?